Welcome to today's video as a recording of this Tuesday, January 14th, 2025. Got a new fresh hot coffee from Dunkin'. I was informed that they just made this for me. Really appreciate that. It's always nice getting a hot coffee on a super cold night. We are gonna be hitting a GameStop that not only is closing soon today, but they will be shutting up shop, closing up shop in a few days, and I'll go over all of that. We have been to this GameStop a handful of times. Actually, you know, a lot more lately. Come to think of it, you know, in the last year, we've really went to a lot of GameStops. It's just become kind of a rotation for this channel, and it's a shame to see this store closing. I have found some really cool stuff. We're gonna go by, check it out, and hopefully we'll come across something that I'll pick up, and it will, you know, always remind me of this very GameStop. And the current temperature is 12 degrees. It feels like 3. Today had a high of 15 and a low of 2, so definitely a very cold evening. And a full moon tonight. It's hard to show up on camera, but it's almost orange. So yeah, just as much as I can document it. And we are in Delafield, Wisconsin, just off of I-94, kind of in the backwoods, call it. Can't really see the highway right now, but yeah, just up the street is the GameStop that we're going to, and a huge shopping area. And they've built this up throughout the years. Started in the mid '90s, and it was big in the mid '90s, and it's a lot bigger now. But the thing with this shopping area is it's all jammed together. There's not a lot of space, but yeah, GameStop just right down here. I wanted to get the city of Delafield sign just to kind of document where exactly we are. There's a Home Depot right there. And Highway 83 straight ahead. We are turning left, and GameStop is in this strip mall. And I want to kind of do a little recap when we walk out of GameStop. They are closing at 7. It is 6:18. I'm kind of a little bit close. I mean, we still have practically, you know, what, 42 minutes, but I don't really want to eat up a lot of time in there if they want to close a little earlier. And right then and there, you can see this store is closing. Thank you for being a loyal GameStop customer. Although this store is closing, we look forward to seeing you soon at a nearby location. Yeah, pretty sad to see. I was kind of hoping that, you know, the information that I got last night wasn't true, but you know, I kind of thought, you know, since the manager did kind of inform me. But yeah, there it is. There's no surprises. There's no, you know, coming here when they do officially close, and people, what happened? I mean, the sign is up. So yeah, GameStop closing in just a few days. Do they have a date on here? I know what date they're going to close. I'll get to that, but you can scan for nearby locations. So yeah, we'll go in, and hopefully we'll get something to remember this store. And another sign: this store is closing. Thank you for being a loyal GameStop customer. Although the store is closing January 18th, which is the start of Pro Week. This, actually, I think it was Saturday. I'll have to double check what date the 18th is, if that's a Friday or a Saturday, because I believe Pro Week starts Friday. But this address, the 1210 West Sunset, that's where we were last night. So that's the GameStop by Mr. Fox that we usually hit. So they're kind of directing people. That is the closest GameStop to this very location. And they have the Nintendo Switch Christmas tree right here. All the Switch boxes. A lot of stuff has been picked over. Kind of show the store here, and I'm gonna grab something that I probably wouldn't have picked up, but because of, you know, the store closing and everything, and a lot of it has been picked over, I'm gonna grab something just to, you know, to remember this store. So yeah, we'll go over the store and kind of show you how much stuff has really been missing. I mean, look at right here. And I wonder if Bowser's gonna make it to another GameStop. Everything for Xbox off the shelf. There's nothing remaining for the pre-owned, for the coming soon, the brand new, all sold. And I'm not seeing that a lot of these are on clearance. If they already started, that maybe they've just moved to another GameStop. But I'm sure there's going to be some sales. I mean, there are some clearances over here. But yeah, we'll walk around. I know this was a GameStop retro, so there might be a retro area that still has some of those. We saw some of that last night. Now, when I was looking for the Venom zip-up hoodie, I came right in this spot right here. This was the retro. This was the GameStop retro area, and it is completely gone. Everything here, because I used this to kind of balance my tripod, so I could try that's when I learned that the extra large was too big, the large was too small, the extra large was too big, and it was right here that I tried that on, and I kind of balanced everything, and now all of those carts, the GameStop retro, has been cleared out of here. This might be the first time I've come across the Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 pre-owned at $54.99. Is there an online? There is an online option. 1 to 4 players. When I said I wanted to get something, I was kind of thinking an action figure. Maybe I'll get a game. We'll see. You know, the thing, GameStop. When I first was shopped at GameStop, it was to get games. Throughout the years, collectibles. You know, they kind of brought people in. They brought me in by collectibles. I have not bought a game at GameStop since the early 2000s. And a little recap on the history of GameStop. It used to be called Babbage's. The company was founded in Dallas in 1984 and took its current name in 1999, GameStop Corp. Lately, GameStop has struggled to compete with increased competition from online retailers and streaming game options, reportedly closing at least 700 stores since 2020. The company reported a profit of $17.4 million for the third quarter of 2024, but net sales were down 20% from the year prior. This was 4 days ago. Now check this out. Beginning in 1999, Barnes & Noble owned GameStop. And currently, this was posted June 13, 2024. Keith Gill, the stock influencer known as Roaring Kitty, updated his holdings of GameStop on Thursday to show he owns 9 million shares of the company, up from 5 million at the start of the week. So I guess the future of GameStop really comes down to, you know, what Keith Gill has in store. I'm kind of eyeing this. Like, I'm going to get something, and it might be the Avengers Ultimate Alliance 3. I actually beat number 1. It took me forever, and it was the weirdest thing. It was the weirdest ending where I was fighting like the Doctor Doom Fantastic Four, and I think it was down to Deadpool and maybe Wolverine, and I finished the game for Xbox. Go to my buddy's house. He's got the PlayStation, and I believe PlayStation 2, and I could not figure it out. This was such a long game, but I might have some desire to check this one out. We'll see what else they have. Now the gentleman is vacuuming. I'm kind of holding up. I got here a little late, but we're still gonna kind of do the look at this. I have this comic. Oh my gosh! This was a very rare comic I got. I might have to get this. I'm kind of speechless right now. This, I don't know if I've seen this, but maybe because I remember seeing this covering and maybe kind of getting into this a long time ago, but definitely brings back some memory with this Funko Pop. A few months ago, this whole back aisle would be filled with a lot of the collectibles, and I would come over here and look it up in McFarlane's, and back where we saw that Funko Pop with the Superman cover, that's always been there, but there's always been some areas over here. Some of the good stuff. I found Darkseid, and he was right here, and it's the first time that I came across Darkseid, and now, after all of that time, I mean, this was probably maybe August, July, Now they're starting to show up at Target, so it took that long to come across Darkside again when I found them right here. They do have more of the Transformers Nintendo Switch controllers, the Decepticons. There's an Autobot here, another one. So yeah, this is the most that I have seen in one store, like 2 different variants here. And some more Funko Pop. I'm kind of leaning towards getting that Superman. I don't really know where I would put it, or the game. It's either the game or Superman. Here's all the PlayStation 5 new and pre-owned. I'm making my way back to the Switch games over here. Maybe I should just get this. I have the comic. I don't really know what to do with the Funko Pop figure, but I guess any way to get another game, since it's GameStop, it just kind of feels right about getting this. They have some Marvel 80. It looks like these stickers. Yeah, you can put the stickers in the book. Knocking stuff over. Oh my gosh. What is this? Some posters here. Some Zelda posters and stickers. We also have some bags on clearance for $1.97. Man, this really cool Sonic picture. Yep. Knuckles and Tails. I was kind of tempted to get the Sonic the Hedgehog game for the Switch. This is $18.99 for a Pro member. Buy one get one free on the T-shirts. And some more GameStop bags over here. I don't see a clearance price on these. So maybe maybe it's a promo. Maybe if you spend a certain amount, you get this bag. And some of the holiday deals left. I didn't even see. Look at the tree, the Zelda tree, some Christmas lights, the Mario, and of course the topper. You have the star. That's a really cool idea. I didn't even notice this at any GameStops, and luckily this is still sticking around. I was tempted to pick up Batman. When I first walked in, I said, I gotta grab something. And when I said, this might be something I usually wouldn't have purchased, might have got him because of the circumstances, but leaving with this. So a lot has been picked over already, and with Pro Week starting on Friday, there could be, he didn't even know the deals. So me kind of speculating last night in the previous video of what Pro Week could bring. No one has the details yet, so Friday could be something we haven't seen yet. So really interested on. It's gonna be probably an expensive Friday, probably an expensive week for Pro Week because I'm gonna want to take advantage of that. But got this to remember this very GameStop. They do share with Jimmy John's, so when you walk in here, the reason my voice is echoing, I'm kind of in the hallway, and you can either go to Jimmy John's or into GameStop, and they are closing up. One last look. I don't think I'm gonna come back on Saturday. I was thinking, that with the scheduling, with some of the videos that I had planned this weekend, I could make it back before they closed, but I think I'm gonna leave it at this. And I picked up something, kind of saw them closing up operation here, and had a chat with some of the employees here, and it stinks. It's a shame that this is closing. Other GameStops have closed. Some will stay open, but you hate to see it. Well, it's been since the early 2000s since I have purchased a game at GameStop. Since the Xbox 360, I'm guessing. I had the Xbox, then the Xbox 360, and I have been going to GameStop for the last year and a half, maybe 2 years, and looking for collectibles. Like, I'll see the games, and I never bought them until now. So my memory of this very GameStop, which we would come out every once in a while. We don't hit this a lot. It's kind of on the outskirts of kind of our routes when we're doing videos, but nonetheless, I'm glad that we finished off with grabbing this cart here. So this area is a huge hitting home for me from the mid-90s, when everything kind of got developed out here, when I got my driver's license. And today, the 14th, holds a special place to me, and from here on out, this date is always going to be remembered by me. And I was going to kind of do a recap. I wanted to kind of talk about it, like kind of a part 2 in this video, but my emotions kind of got the best of me, and I think it'd be easier if I kind of came back and did this on another day. I'm kind of thinking tomorrow, come back out in this area and kind of go kind of a trip down memory lane, some very nostalgic places that I think influenced me to today, a huge importance. So kind of pass on why January 14th is such a big day, but I just wanted to to get into that and the importance going forward of January 14th. So I think we'll be back tomorrow, hit some of the places, but I think I'm gonna hit one more store just because we're out in the area, and yeah, get out of the cold, and I got my coffee. So before my coffee turns to iced coffee, I'm gonna get in my car. I'm freezing. Kind of got word from one of the employees that another GameStop, which is about 35 minutes from here, is also closing, and their store is a lot more empty than the store we were just at. And this is all kind of coming to a little bit of a surprise to some of these employees. And from what I've understood, the severance package not as good as previous. So it stinks. It really stinks. I think there's a lot of passion for. Was a gentleman that was on his way out who was working here, and I said, well, what are you going to do? What are you going to work at another GameStop? And he said, no, I'm going to get into something different. And you could just see in his face, like it stinks. I've been to some places where the stores are closing, and there's emotion. And to this day, to see places where I used to work that are no longer there, there's a whole memory there, and it's too bad. It's a lot of people go into GameStop to try to get a clearance item, knowing that the store is closing, but the workers, the employees there, you kind of feel for them. It's too bad. Kind of tucked away where you see this GameStop, this all might have stuff to do with why they've decided not to renew the lease. And I'm guessing that the dumpsters here, might be for this very store. I mean, we're just a few days away. Today's Tuesday. Their last day is Saturday. And then, they won't be here. I mean, think about it. Another year from now, we'll come back here and we'll say, remember the GameStop right here off of Highway 83. I'm gonna end the video at Target. And what does this have to do with GameStop? It doesn't. It's just the fact that we're in this area of a pretty tight shopping area. This Target was built, I believe, in 1995. It was between 95 and 97. Actually, I'm kind of leaning towards 97. And when they built it, now this is a smaller Target, but when they built it, like there was a lot of buzz, a lot of excitement that there's a Target coming to Delafield. Like they had a Walmart out here, and now a Target, and just figured, maybe we'll stop. I did ask the gentleman at GameStop if any Secret Wars made it to that location. He said he never saw any. So I thought, you know what? We'll stop at Target, a smaller Target, and maybe because of that, it could just be a Secret War just sitting around. We have join our team for $16 an hour. Apply now. Funny thing is, I was working at Hardee's in that time frame. 95, 96, 97. In that time frame, I was working at Hardee's, and when they built this Target, when it opened, I applied here, and they didn't hire me. They actually passed on me. To this day, I still think about that. Like I applied to work at Target, and they didn't hire me. And being a smaller Target, I wonder if they have a class of 81 here. We will walk back here and see. I'm gonna say that they don't, but might be surprised. Yeah, it would probably be right in this area. I'm not seeing it. So no arcade one up. They do have the collector spot here, and I see the Connor Kent, the kind of the Lex Luthor look for Connor Kent. So there might be two different variants here. I don't remember seeing the bald one. I swear I just saw him yesterday. He didn't. I don't know if you can swap the heads, but this looks different to me. You know what? Something that I just learned from the gentleman at GameStop was when I was looking at that Superman one, he actually was thinking about getting it. I said, you should. You know what? You know, you're working here. He was big into collecting the Funko Pop. I said, you need to get that one. He explained that all these had that hard case. Because I said, you know, the image in the back, he goes, no, it's part of the case. So basically, you have this free case. It's not like these where it's just the flimsy plastic. I never knew that. So every time you get one of these bigger ones, you're basically getting a case for it. Who would have thought? You know, I thought this was Crane from Ninja Turtles for a second. Look at his eyes. Okay, no real big surprises. They do have, they do have the Ben Affleck Batman, the Wonder Woman from Batman vs Superman. So some of the stuff we've been seeing, but no real, big surprise. Like, oh my gosh, this is here. So, besides the Wolverine statue. Well, it was worth a try. You never know. You never know what we could stumble across. That's gonna do it for today. Back in the elements. Actually, for a small Target, they did have a good amount. Pretty much the same stuff we see at any other Target. Just not what I was looking for. It's on that Secret Wars kick. But I was talking to the gentleman at GameStop, and I said, I don't mind that I don't find it. I don't walk into a store and get, what is there, 5, 6 of them, because it gives us, another hunt. Like, it's just so exciting to come across something, and you're just like, okay, one to go. Reminds me of actually the superpowers, the Wave 9. I have never seen Aquaman or Wonder Woman yet, and I thought about that last night when we were at GameStop. Where the heck are those two figures? Every place that we've gone to, I have never come across those. You would have thought that the Riddler would be the hardest one to find, but no, I have not seen Aquaman or Wonder Woman. So yeah, that hunt continues too. So I want to thank everybody for watching. See you guys next time. I was just looking up at that full moon up here. It's hard to get it mixed up with the lights in the parking lot, and to work this zoom with my gloves, because I wasn't wearing gloves for the intro. Yeah, up there, the full moon. Look at that thing.